rest of my life with the same one, same one.
Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. Make sure you like and subscribe to this video. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. So today we are going to be doing a first trimester pregnancy update. You ready?
So what is this? Because I don't get it. What's a trimester?
Oh my gosh, that's so hard to explain. But
What?
basically,
you act like I'm supposed to understand. All I do is and then I know there's babies that come out. I don't know nothing else.
Whatever, Justin. But basically, your pregnancy is broken up into 3 trimesters, and that's just how they kind of just do it. I could go more in detail, but us ladies, we know all about the trimester situation.
Yeah, I know what you broken down into.
Justin, leave me alone. Gosh. So, if you see me looking down at my phone, it's just because I want to make sure I cover everything that, we plan to in this video. But when did we pretty much find out that we were pregnant with twins? So, I have on my phone here that we found out around May 13th-ish.
Did we?
Yeah. Because I texted you and was like, go get the pregnancy test on like May 13th. So that means we had to take it that day.
No, it ain't how it happened.
What you mean?
We were doing TikToks.
Oh, well.
And you was getting like you're breathing, you couldn't breathe and stand, and you was getting dizzy. We was doing like TikTok videos, and I was like, something wrong with you. So that's when I went and got the pregnancy test.
So I guess so those were the first signs and symptoms. I was so freaking tired, y'all. We were doing our normal stuff, TikToks and just photos, and like I would have to take breaks, and I didn't know what was going on. Did you think we were pregnant? I didn't think so. See, so you knew something that I didn't know.
Yeah, I knew you were pregnant. You should have known too.
I did not know, y'all. I really didn't think that. I just thought that I was really tired of something because of the Georgia heat, because y'all know it's hot down here. And then I remember we did that one TikTok video, and I promise you, I didn't know I was pregnant, and I was like, every angle I turned to, my stomach look all big, like I'm pregnant. Like, what is this about?
Yeah, you said that, but every angle I turn to, I look big, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, there's a difference
between
me and you.
Whatever.
And so those were definitely the beginning signs. And I think what really put the nail in the coffin was when I missed my period. One thing about me, just like with the last pregnancy, is that when I miss my period, I automatically know something is up. If I'm one day late, I already know. So when I was one day late, I was like, all right, babe, I'm going to get that pregnancy test because son ain't right.
Something ain't right down there.
Son ain't right. But
something ain't right.
Just like he did the last pregnancy, he was like, oh, you just might be late. Just give it a few days. It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, because God, just like God, might not come when you want it, but it's always on time.
Nah, I was like, honey, go and get that pregnancy test because I know for a fact.
Yeah.
That something ain't right.
Put a period day instead, put a comma.
See, whatever. So, what were like my symptoms? You would say, once we did find out I was pregnant, like
throwing up, puking, can't eat certain foods.
That is the worst. So, y'all, the nausea and the vomiting for me.
She is required to keep a trash bag in every room in the car. I'm not cleaning up none.
Y'all,
I don't clean up vomit.
That's one thing that if you want to know a sign that you may be carrying twins, it's the excessive throwing up and nausea. It just don't stop. Everything you eat. I had really bad food aversions, like things that I just ate a month ago. I hated. What else? Oh, I was super tired. I was sleeping all day, and so that was another one. But mainly, really tired. Couldn't eat certain foods. And the pregnancy and throwing up. But let's talk about how I feel like this time around, I feel like you had pregnancy symptoms too. Like, you was tired. Don't act like you weren't tired.
Child, I'm tired all the time. Running behind these 2 children.
Whatever. You was super tired. And so I'm like, I think my husband got pregnancy symptoms this time. He been super
pregnancy symptoms.
He been super tired. It's normal, honey.
I'm pregnant with the Holy Ghost. I ain't pregnant, got no pregnancy symptoms.
It's normal.
I'm eating all my foods.
whatever. Anyway, I think he got some pregnancy symptoms this time around too, y'all. So,
well, you my cure.
Can you please stop? You don't know how to keep a video PG. Good gracious. Y'all know Justin can never be just keeping the video PG. So I am, let me fix my lash. Y'all know these lashes will fly away on you if you're not careful, okay? But I am going to head downstairs so I can get into like the nitty gritty details as far as how my first appointment and everything went. So stay tuned. All right, guys, so let's get into my very first appointment. So one thing that's different about Atlanta versus my hometown Lynchburg is that when I first found out that I was pregnant with my last twin pregnancy, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was able to be seen by the doctor within 2 weeks. Here in Atlanta, it literally took me 4 weeks to be seen by the doctor, just because they had so many bookings, and you know, it's not as easy to get on the schedule, especially with a new pregnancy. So that was a bit different, but I will say I wasn't completely shocked because Atlanta is such a big place, so many people, such a big city. But one thing that I did in the meantime while I was waiting on that appointment was I did go to a standard clinic. And there is where they confirmed my pregnancy. They checked my urine to make sure that everything was well and wasn't, you know, there was nothing abnormal in there. And they gave me my estimated due date, which is January 15th, 2021. And that's all that appointment was. By the time that I had my official first OB appointment, they checked my weight. They did a bunch of tests, and there is where I had my first ultrasound. So my starting weight for this pregnancy was 163 pounds. Blame it on the quarantine. I was getting ready to start working out. Then here comes COVID. Then here comes shelter in place. Then here comes you can't go to the gym. You can't go here. You can't go there. And so then before I knew it, I was pregnant. And so much, you know, for those workout goals, because, you know, once you're pregnant, if you weren't active before pregnancy, they don't want you to, you know, just pick up and start being super active. So there's that. My start weight was 163 pounds. Throughout the first trimester, I gained a total of 7 pounds, which is really good for twins. I do feel like it would have been a lot more because I was craving so many like sweet things and unhealthy things, but I think with all of the nausea and vomiting, it just ended up leveling it out to be 7 pounds. Also at my first OB appointment, they did some tests and exams. They did like a breast exam to make sure that everything was okay with my breast. They also did like that culture test. I don't know the name of it, but I cannot stand it with a passion. It's like when they get that long Q-tip thing, and I ain't gonna go into detail, but it's too much. It's just too much, okay? For those of you who have never experienced it, I ain't gonna go into detail because, whoo, child. But for my women out there that have experienced it, baby, they know that ain't right. And also at this appointment is where I had my first ultrasound. So let me tell you how this goes, because this is how we found out. This is the moment that we found out that we were having twins. So because of COVID, of course, my hubby Justin couldn't join me during this appointment, which was so disappointing. But they did let me FaceTime him. So before I FaceTimed him, we went into the ultrasound room. I laid back on that little bed thing, and she went ahead and put the jelly on my stomach to begin the actual ultrasound. With my last twin pregnancy, it took them a while to find the second twin. Like, they found the first one, started doing some measurements, and then they were like, we hear another heartbeat. But this time around, y'all, it was completely different. As soon as she put that gel on my stomach and put that little scanner piece on there, we could already see that it was twins. And by we, I meant me and the ultrasound tech. Like, she did not need to tell me, oh, you're expecting twins. Like, it was so evident. And y'all, I had so many emotions. I mean, shock and disbelief and joy and excitement. I mean, I felt just so many different emotions. It was like, like, twins again? What? I just could not believe it. So at this point, I'm like, I need to, put my husband, like, my husband needs to see this. I want him to be a part of this. And so I asked the lady, could we FaceTime him? She's like, yeah, you can go ahead and FaceTime him. And usually, they don't do recording or anything in like ultrasounds, but since COVID, they are letting people FaceTime, their spouses since they can't come inside. And so I called my husband, and one thing about it is I wanted him to be able to experience the moment too. I didn't want to, tell him like, babe, we're having twins. I asked the ultrasound tech, like, can she do the process over again so he can pretty much experience it for himself? So I called him and I was like, all right, babe, they're getting ready to do the ultrasound. Just wanted to, have you a part of it. And so, I put the phone like right on the screen, like towards the screen like this so that he could see everything. And she put the jelly on there and she located the babies. And my husband was like, I know that ain't two babies again. Y'all, his face was just in disbelief, shock. He had a mixture of, this can't be real. What have I gotten myself into, and what just happened, all in one face. I kid you not. Like, we both were shocked, but he was so shocked to the point where he ended up calling out of work just to like process that day. After my appointment was over, it was a really amazing appointment. Everything went really good. But after my appointment was over, we ended up going to the Chick-fil-A across the street, and we had lunch with the boys. And we just sat and talked about the fact that we were really having twins again. Of course, everybody's like, you had fraternal twins the first time. Of course, your likelihood of having twins again is going to go up. But nobody thinks that they're going to be the ones to have twins again. Even my ultrasound tech was like, I've been doing this for so many years and I've never seen somebody actually have twins again. So literally, me and Justin just sat and talked about like the fact that we were going to be having twins again. We are having twins again. And we just started talking about how we're going to have to get like a stroller with like 4 seats. I mean, the whole conversation just went from shock to excitement to planning. We talked about how, we couldn't wait for, the twins to be able to meet them. And we wanted to see how they were going to be about the new babies, because they are so attached to us. They're so used to being the only ones, and so we are curious to know how they're going to react with the other babies. And I don't know, we just talked about how 2 toddlers are going to be running around, and then 2 newborns are going to be sitting there in their bouncers or their swings. We know it's going to be a journey, but we're excited for the most part. We're excited, and we're excited to take you guys along this journey. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, because guys, it is going to get real. I kid you not. If you have any other questions, feel free to drop them below in the comments, and I'll answer them. If you're having twins, tell me about it. Like, we need to create like a twin mom group chat, pregnant with twins group chat. If you're pregnant with twins again, let me know. Comment all that stuff below. I want to further connect with you guys and just learn about you guys. Tell me what other kind of videos you want to see and hear about in terms of this pregnancy. And we will definitely do our best to do those videos. Thank you so much for tuning in to this pregnancy update. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Day one. Tryna spend the rest of my life with the same one.